As great wars and great revolutions reach their end, most nations seem to enter a fallow period lasting several years. After such tremendous bloodshed, troubles arising from the victor's arrogance and lust for retribution, as well as from the loser's sense of disgrace and resentment, will inevitably flare up and prevail over the hour of peace. Yet still the vantage of history will somehow lend the impression that these years were in some way empty. The period after the Second World War is a case in point. And the early years of the Meiji era, too, were much the same. Never had there been so nationwide a sense of collapse as there was when the Boshin War ended. But then nor had there ever been so profound a sense of heartfelt relief at the dawning of peace. It seems, however, that both sides then fell hopelessly into a state of total confusion, with neither one having any idea where to begin or what to do. For the people living then, those years must have seemed anything but fallow. Rather, it must have been a time of great turmoil, of life or death struggle. It was a time when new government offices sprouted up like bamboo shoots, when new administrative orders came down from on high like rain, and when new customs and ideas came flooding in like a deluge from a harbor. By the same stroke, however, it was also a time when even stranger offices, laws, and notions from the old days were revived like the souls of the departed, and combined as though mixing together the 7 colors of the rainbow, who could say then whether for better or worse, with the end result a chaos of ash gray. This period of chaos cum fallowness seems to have lasted until around 1873, the 6th year of Emperor Meiji's reign, when the famed Iwakura mission returned from its embassy traveling in the United States and Europe. From the observations made by this group of high-ranking officials, a blueprint was drawn up, one that sought to refashion Japan in Europe's likeness, one that would set her on course not only to catch up with, but to overtake the West, and one whose consequences would be felt not only in the Meiji era, but right up to the Second World War and even afterwards. In his autobiography, the writer Yukichi Fukuzawa observes, "The years on either side of the Meiji Restoration, from the 2nd or 3rd year of Bunkyu to the 6th or 7th of Meiji, were the most dangerous. During those 12 or 13 years, I never ventured out of my house in Tokyo at night." Lines such as these make clear the extent to which these supposedly fallow years were fallow also in terms of public order. This does not mean, however, that the capital was entirely without law enforcement. In the first year of Meiji, 1868, while the Loyalist army was stationed in Old Edo, the magistrate's office was reformed as a municipal court. Later, the soldiers loyal to the various ruling clans took control of the city, and in the 6th lunar month of the 2nd year, a hired militia was appointed to the role.